Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to what will be the hottest day of the year. How exciting is that? Actually, that's a good day just to open the doors and the windows, isn't it? And then just let the fresh air just roll through on this beautiful Saturday. Lovely to have your company as always. Lovely to celebrate an anniversary, a birthday of any type. We don't need much excuse for a party here at the craft store. So we're celebrating Pearlywinks' 3rd anniversary, and Simon is here. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good, good. So take me back 3 years ago to when it all started. Let's go back and revisit the story of Pearlywinks as well. How did it all start and how did you end up here?
It was a happy accident.
Yeah.
I made some sprays, which I think when we first started we had 3 ink sprays and I think there was 5 pearl sprays, and we've got over 150 different colours now in that space of 3 years.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a really, really, really... I mean, it's so lovely to see a success story with something that... Did you create it deliberately, the whole spray, or were you just playing around and thinking, actually, I want an easier way to do X, Y, Z? Is that how it started?
I was trying to create something that... I was a bit frugal at the time, and I thought, I'm not paying that for that. So I tried to create something, and it ended up being something completely different, and it was in a spray format. So it was a happy accident. and
so you've given everyone else that kind of power as well, with cost in mind too.
Yeah.
So you're a thrifty crafter.
Yeah.
And that's the basis of your business as well.
Yeah.
In saying that, you've bought anniversary presents for everyone. It's your equivalent of saying, OK, well, I'll bring in the donuts. It's our birthday. So for everyone who's shopping for a Pearlywinks product today, we've got a free gift for you, which is some of your shimmer drops. This is the glitter one as well, isn't it? And we literally just drop this on and it leaves that glittery effect behind. So this can go over anything, can it?
It can go over, it'll work on any porous surface. It can be mixed in with our inks. It can be mixed in with other inks as well. And what it'll do, it'll give you a sparkly finish.
Brilliant.
To your projects.
I'm loving that. I'm loving it even more if it comes for free, if you buy one of the Pearlywinks products from the show. So let's start with this enormous bundle that you've bought us. And this is kind of... I guess we could all... This is my first Pearlywinks show, I think. But I guess you could call this Pearlywinks in a nutshell, couldn't you, really? Like the A to Z of Pearlywinks.
So, yeah, it's got all our new products, what we've brought to the show today. And the reason we've put everything in the kit is just so that basically you can craft straight away from the box. You need a couple of extras, like your stamp blocks and things like that. Your tools, but everything is in the box ready for you to start crafting.
Do you know what I'm really, really impressed by? And I've moved around these bottles quite a lot this morning because I just love them. But I love the fact that it settles again so quickly. And that tells me that actually this is super, super concentrated. Not too much, not too little.
Yeah, they are really concentrated and the water reactive as well. Are we talking about the we're talking about the pearl mists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those, it's just really mesmerising to watch. Actually, in the bottle,
it's like a snow globe, isn't it? It's just, you could just sit there and watch that for the whole show. It's fantastic. I love both of those. Now, listen. Wouldn't you expect? I mean, when you look straight away at the price of this entire bundle. Coming in there at £94.91, which is a £10 saving as well, because this is a new bundle. You kind of imagine that these 2 sprays themselves kind of feel like the lion's share of that. I mean, they're such big bottles. They're going to go on forever and ever and ever, aren't they?
I've been using them for, well, since we brought those bottles out about 2.5 years ago, and I've still not finished a full bottle. I
love that text. And you must be crafting literally like all the time, like non-stop. Yeah. And always using your own products as well. Look at that. It's just like a dream, isn't it? It's beautiful. Sorry, producer Ross, I've got lost. I've got lost in mesmerisation here with the glitter pearl sprays and the pearl sprays. I think they're absolutely brilliant. There are 179 pieces to this big bundle. They are awesome. I don't really know where to begin, actually. So shall I go left to right? Let's go left to right, because that might be the easiest way. OK, let's talk about the card first. I love the fact that you've got Nice different range of colours there. And the size on this again, Simon, was?
It's 15x30.
Okay.
So when it's scored down the centre, you score it at 15, you get a perfect fold, there's no overhang. Pink Frog, don't score the card. You get a sample sheet as well with 10 different folds to teach you how to use it in different ways.
Oh, brilliant.
It's all acid and ligament free except for the super smooth white, and the card's just absolutely fantastic. I love it.
Fabulous. And we get 7 different colours and 10 sheets of each, which is really, really good. That's a lot to go at. Then we've got, I'm going to keep coming back to these again and again and again because I'm just in love with them. I mean, I have never used them, but I've seen what they can do. But just looking at the concentration in the bottles there, and you literally just give it a little bit of a shake just to wake it up. So you've got the Pearly Mist there, which is the pure pearl, and you've also got the glitter pearl, which is the one that's just like this big, gorgeous snow globe of an effect. And that's the kind of effect you get when it's sprayed down as well. If I just show you one of the samples here by Tom, it's stamped out a dragonfly here and just used the glitter spray just on the actual wings themselves. I mean, look at, it's just the little things sometimes that make the huge difference, Simon, isn't it?
Yeah, you can actually, what they've done there is painted that on, so you can paint with them as well, just to add highlights.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you can go mad spraying over a big area,
yeah,
or you can be a little bit more concentrated, which is brilliant. I love it. You've also got these inks as well. Talk to me about these inks, Simon, because, again, for me, I'm brand new to Pearlywinks, and I'm so sorry I've left it 3 years.
No
but
problem.
hey, you know, better late than not at all, I always say. So EZ BlendZ, there's a bit of a clue on the front of the bottle there as well.
Yeah, so they're really easy to blend with. You get a really good seamless blend. The water reactive, so you can get your faux bleaching with them as well. You can go through stencils really easy. We've got one woman on the design team, Sue, who's struggled with going through stencils in the past, but she said these, not a problem whatsoever. She's used it on that sample there, actually. She's actually used it on parchment. So she said it works really well on that. On the actual label, the way that I've set it out, I've done
like an easy guide?
A gradient sort of thing. So if you look in between the pink and the yellow, there's a strip of orange, and that's basically saying mix those two, you'll get an orange. Between the pink and the blue, there's a purple, so you'll get purple by mixing those two. And then if you pop the blue on the other side, you've got the green strip down the middle, and that's just saying that by mixing those two, you'll get a green. And then you've got a grey thrown in as well, which can make things a little bit darker.
See, that's good to have that quick and easy guide. And what do you do to blend them? Do you just pop them into a palette or something and then just blend them together? Is that how you would do it?
Usually when I do it, I just pop it onto my glass mat and I'll just pick it up from there.
And just have a play?
Yeah. You can also layer them up, which is what I'm going to be doing as well. So you don't have to mix them on your palette. When you go over the top of another one, you'll get the in-between colours as well.
Oh, awesome. I love that. That's really, really good. I love this. And of course, so we can get going straight away, we've got 2 beautiful stamp sets with this collection as well. You've got those beautiful dragonflies. And dragonflies are great for crafting as well, aren't they? Because there's lots of open spaces and the wings are just enormous, aren't they? So you can really go to town with them.
Yeah, it's a lovely stamp set. That was created by Julie Stafford on our design team. She's done a lovely job with it, and it's been accompanied by some of the quotes, what she suggested as well. It's
really, really cool. Love the sentiments on there as well. Be bold and spread your wings, man. That's a good one for right now, isn't it? And then you've got a whole stamp set of sentiments there, an A6 set there. So hope you have a fabulous anniversary, birthday, Christmas, wedding day. So you've got lots and lots of options there. Love the, is that a balloon or is that like a heart on a string there?
It could be a balloon.
Flying through the air. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. It's nice, isn't it? It's really nice and joyous. Now, what we're doing is we're going through the bundle, by the way, as we're going through the individual bits and pieces, is we're putting the details for the individual. So if you want to break it down into smaller bundles, you can. But of course, the overall value is in that larger bundle. You get so much at this. Now, we've also got the card here at the front as well, haven't we, in the black and white. Now, that's coordinating sizes to work with the larger papers, is it?
It is, yeah. So it's The difference, they were actually made to work with the stamper ring, which is further down the counter.
Oh, okay, right.
However,
they make nice mats and layers for the size of card
so they make
that
nice.
we've got. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, if you put it flat on you, Simon, we'll look at it from above. Just whiz it round so it's the right way for you.
Way.
There we go.
So it gives you a nice border, and then also the smaller size will fit nicely over the top of that and create a nice border around.
So it's also almost instant mats and layers then, really, isn't it? But also works with the stamper ring, which I think is genius when we get to that. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, have we got everything? Have I covered everything? Oh, we've got some VersaFine Claire as well in there, which is brilliant. Now, that's the only one that we don't have individually. That's just part of the bundle. We have it elsewhere, of course. But it's always such a go-to, that ink as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually my go-to stamping.
Yeah.
All the time. It gives you a perfectly crisp image.
Well, and that shows you that it really is the best in breed, because if you can't do any better and you're a crafter, and I'm guessing you might have tried and thought, oh, actually, maybe I'll have a go at that as well, then that's it, isn't it? That's when you know something is absolutely right. Now, remember, if you're buying any of the Pearlywinks products in this show, there is a gift with purchase as well. And here it is. It is the Shimmer Drops in the glitter, which, again, is absolutely beautiful and mesmerising. You will get that absolutely free. There's one per customer for everyone who is shopping in this show for the Pearlywinks products, which is really, really cool. So £94.91. That's on 2 flexis as well. I think I saw 47 something as a flexi. Yes, 47.46 as a flexi. And before we go, Ross, I'm afraid we're going to have to indulge me one more time for the pearl and the glitter spray as well, because they are amazing. Let's just have a moment. We kind of feel like we need that soft music to accompany this. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe little chimes from a Christmas snow globe. They are lovely. They are beautiful. Anyway, listen, I'm going to let you shop away for that, because you're not here for me. You're here for Simon and the demonstrations and the free gifts as well. So 705115 is the item number. We've had some lovely, lovely emails have come through this morning as well. You are celebrating. Tori in Dublin has been in touch this morning saying, please can you pass on a huge happy 3rd anniversary to all the Pearlywinks family. They're just the loveliest people that you'll ever meet, and the products are incredible. Thank you very much. We've had another one from Donna as well. Now that's Donna that's missing. She's normally with you, isn't she, Simon?
Before everything, we used to do double show, well, together.
It's difficult logistically now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Donna says, hopefully soon we'll get back to all of that as well. She says, love all the products and still pinch myself that I'm part of the Pearlywinks family, she says. She says, have a great show, Simon, as well.
Thank you.
Which is lovely. Right, come on then. You and I, let's go down the counter. This is genius. I've never seen this before. And to be honest with you, on first glance, because I'm such a carefully prepped presenter, as you saw, I appeared for about 2 minutes and then ran off to get changed because I came in dressed like an athlete for some reason. I'm not at all physical. So I ran off. But I thought, initially, oh, OK, lovely stencil. But actually, no, it's not a stencil at all, is it? It can be, I guess, but tell me.
So the stamper ring, if you use it, you can use it all different ways. I forgot to tell you, actually, next to the stamper ring, just behind you.
I got it.
Those.
I got it.
So depending on how many turns you do, so you can turn it every 1 turn.
Yeah.
I'll quickly show you further on. So you can either turn it every 1 turn for your smaller stamps, every 4 turns, every 2 turns for your medium-sized stamps, so that'd be that one.
Yeah.
And it'll give you a bigger gap. And then every 4 turns, I think it is, that's the one in the middle. So that one's every 1 turn.
So just to explain, the stamper ring has a number of different shapes.
There's all different shapes with it as well.
So you put that shape onto your stamping press, do you? So and then make your way around?
That shape would be your layers.
OK, right, I get you.
And
yeah, this is something that we probably need to see, isn't it?
This one is your main one, so the one that's like that, the outside one.
OK.
And you pop your card. I'll just grab some card.
Yeah, we'll have a little demo of this, Simon, because I think people at home will want to get their head around this if they've never seen it before either.
Right. So, I'll just pop
so you've
that
got
in
your
there so
main
you can
background
see.
kind of frame, which is that.
So you'd pop your card in, the square. I always line it up on this one because it's easier to do it this way.
I get it now. I get it completely right. You've got, yeah. See, this is how to confuse an idiot bring a product like this.
Every second square, because you won't be able to see. And what I do is I line it up against this middle piece here.
Okay.
So if you line it up on the corners, when you turn it, it's going to go off the card. So do it across the flat.
You only need to put the stamp on the press once then.
Yep.
And then you move the card around to get that symmetry.
Yeah.
That's genius. All right, is that your brainchild, that one?
Are
you going to claim...
This design is mine.
Yeah.
The actual concept isn't mine. The concept of the ones that I've seen before...
Yeah.
They don't have. This has got 16 turns, whereas the original ones only have 8 turns.
Oh, okay.
So what I wanted it for was so that I could use my tiny stamps to create a perfect circle.
Yeah. Well, it's brilliant, isn't it? Because you can make a symmetrical design out of any stamp.
Yeah. So I wanted it to use against my mini stamp. Use with my mini stamps.
Yeah.
I'm actually showing you the 8 turn here. And it's just a case of turning it. So the 8 turns every second turn. If you've got mini stamps, you turn it every single turn.
Yeah.
And you can go down, so you can use like the bigger stamps and do it every 4 turns, and then you'll get like a square in each.
Yeah.
In each corner.
So the reason for the shapes, Simon, that come with it, is that going to become clear?
Right. So the shapes...
I'm confused.com.
So the star piece here...
Yeah.
Not that one. So this one...
Yeah.
You'd pop that inside and you'd use that. It's just... You're better off with just under 4 by 4 inches.
So that's for a different size card to sit inside of the main frame?
This size is 5 by 5, just short of 5 by 5.
Okay.
Millimetre shorter than 5 by 5.
Right.
Just so it gives you a nice... If you go straight to 5 by 5, you're going to be sort of like trying to...
Yes, pull it out, pick it out and ruin the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. It's such. If you think about it, it's such a simple idea, but often the simplest ideas are the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's really, really good. I love that. 20% of the stock of this has already sold out and gone. Isn't it? It's so clever, isn't it?
So it's that simple.
Yeah.
And then you can pop your sentiment in the centre.
Yeah.
Dust around the edge with your EZ BlendZ. And then you've just got a ready-made card ready to be backed. If you've gone for the bundle today, you do get these cards. You don't get the stamper ring in the bundle,
but you'll definitely
But you do get the cards, and you can just basically
that colour goes on so easy, doesn't it?
It does literally go up. I've got too much on my brush, to be fair. But then if I wanted to dampen that down, and just use normal water.
Yeah, because it is water reactive.
And because I've used a pigment ink and not a dye-based ink, that's not going to affect the ink pattern. It's only going to affect the EZ Blend, which you can see there. It's drawn some of the colour out straight away.
Right, can I ask another daft question? Because I think that's why they booked me, to be honest. You've got the smaller, you've got those smaller shapes, haven't you? There's like is it a hexagon and there's a star and whatever with the stamper ring that you get with those as well.
So with those, what you do is if you've got a bigger stamp, it's not going to work with this particular stamp.
Yeah.
But if you've got a bigger stamp, what you can do is...
Sorry, I've thrown you off piste here, haven't I?
You can pop your card down.
Yeah.
Like so. Use some repositionable tape or something that's not going to be permanent.
Right.
Pop that in the centre.
Yeah.
And then if you've got a bigger stamp, as you stamp around, it's going to stamp over the top of it. But when you remove this, you're going to have a perfect circle, perfect star, perfect hexagon, whichever one you want.
Okay.
That you can stamp your sentiment into.
So it gives you that kind of layered look, a bit more depth, a bit more dimension. I suppose you could cut it out as well if you wanted to and make kind of an aperture out of it if you wanted to.
So it's basically, these are your masks.
Yeah.
And then you've got a donut one as well. I call it a donut.
Yeah.
That you can pop on. And if you've got any curved sentiments, you can then, when you remove that, you'll have a plain section there that you can stamp a curved sentiment into as well.
I tell you what, that's like 100 tools in one, isn't it?
So
don't you think?
You can also use these bits as masks. You don't have to use them. I think that sample that's just next to it, I think there's there's one of Rockstar.
Oh, yeah.
Julie's used the stamp, the actual stampering bits as a stencil.
Oh, cool.
And used
so it can be a stencil as well. I love that. That shape works so well, doesn't it? Really, really good. I love it. OK, so I've gone from zero to hero very, very quickly. I hope the same has just happened for you as well, because 20 minutes ago, I thought that was just a stencil. Well, not just a stencil, but I thought it was a stencil, you know what I mean? And you might have been the same. $12.99. That's really, really good. So the size of the card you used for that, did you say it was 5 by 5?
Just under 5 by 5. I wouldn't do it exactly 5 by 5.
Just a shade under.
Fraction under.
Which is brilliant, isn't it? So that's often perfect for the top of your cards, which is just brilliant. That's really, really good. Our work here is done. Right, let's all go home. That's brilliant, isn't it? $12.99. No, let's not go home because we've got more to show you, actually. This is really, really good. Actually, I have to say, this is good for many, many different reasons. And we'll bring the details up for you because we've got a huge, huge set of brushes. You've brought these along just at the right time, let me tell you, because there are a lot of people who are starting their crafting journey, who are starting their watercolouring and artistic journeys as well. This set comes along just at the right time for that, because you've kind of got a little bit of everything going on here, haven't you? You've got some of the finest detailed brushes, you've got some larger fan brushes, also comes with a little palette knife and a mixing palette and a sponge. Now, I know what pretty much everything is for, apart from the sponge, so you'll have to educate me, Simon, on that.
So I'm always being asked about my paintbrushes, where I get them from, what I do with them and stuff like that. So I thought I'd bring some onto the show so people can get them. What I use my sponge for, probably not what it's meant for. All I use it for is if I've got ink on my brush, I'll wet my brush and I'll just use it to wipe off my excess. That's simply what I use it for.
It's better than a bit of kitchen. It's more eco-friendly than a bit of kitchen roll, I suppose, isn't it?
So it's just basically that's what I use it for. It's probably not meant for that. It's probably meant for something completely different.
That's all right. You've just put lots of ideas into people's head. It's much more eco-friendly. So you've got a lot of variety of different types of brushes here. Simon, as well.
So it's got all the way from 1 to 15. It's got a fan brush, which is absolutely fabulous when you're doing your faux bleaching techniques, which a lot of people are doing. It's great for picking up your ink as well and doing ink splats. And then you've got all the way up to 15, so you've got your wider brushes as well if you want to do your washes, or you just want to do lines of ink. And then it's got your really fine detail brushes as well, and you've got 2 extra brushes, which are just smaller detailing brushes.
They're really cool. I love those. They're really, really good. And actually, lots of people picking up new techniques as well. If you've been watching things like Matthew Palmer's shows and whatever, maybe incorporating those skills that you're learning there to bring into your crafting here is brilliant. This is a thing that a lot of people find difficult to kind of shop for a broad enough selection of brushes, because often we think, oh, well, I'll just go with that size brush. That'll do. One size fits all. And it really doesn't work that way at all, does it?
No.
Because you've got smaller stamps, larger stamps, smaller areas to colour in, and actually maybe you prefer, rather than using blending tools, maybe you prefer to use brushes and have that painting-like experience with things like your Pearlywinks and whatever, and just going crazy and blending the colours together as well. Having a palette which is a good size, do you know what I mean? Just not too big either, because sometimes too big and you go a little bit crazy, don't you? this is brilliant. It's a really, really good little set, that, isn't it? For £24.99. So you've got your details there on the screen. 032127 is your item number. Of this already, a quarter of the stock of that has already gone. Blimey, we only had a very, very quick look at that as well. But I can see the absolute practicality in that. It's really, really good. Because it might be the only brush set that you ever need. Because I'm guessing that you've probably had the choice of different qualities to use as well, and this is the one you've gone for. So if you trust Pearlywinks for everything else, then you know that there's careful thought gone into the selection of these as well.
Yeah, I wanted something that works with our inks, and these work brilliant with our inks. Yeah. But don't just think you can only use them for our inks, because you can use them with oil painting, acrylics, you can literally use them with all types of paint. So it's not just limited to people who use our inks. Yeah,
no, absolutely. And straight away when I saw this set, I thought that Matthew Palmer craft along has kind of sparked something in me, and I want to do more watercolouring, but of course that means bits and pieces all over the place. This just folds together and zips up nice and neatly as one. It's really good. Over half the stock has gone. I'm going to have to move on because over half the stock has gone, so I'll leave you to grab the other half of the stock of that. We have got happy hour in this show as well, and it is from Pink Frog, which you guys obviously love Pink Frog, and there's a lot to love about Pink Frog as well. They really are. They're very much a go-to in terms of cardstock, aren't they?
It's a lovely family company, and we've worked a lot with them over the last couple of months, well, probably a month or so, and they're absolutely fantastic. The card quality is second to none. I literally use it all the time. Yeah. It is my go-to cardstock. And
it's the super smooth, so in terms of stamping, it just stamps like a dream, doesn't it?
It is. It's perfect for stamping. Yeah. It's more than just super smooth, though. It's not just super smooth card. It accepts the inks. You can throw quite a lot at it before it'll start doing what other cards wouldn't be able to handle.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the saving here as well. So you're getting 320 of the A6, which is really, really cool, and 160 of the A5, all in super smooth. Isn't it really nice as well to have it pre-cut?
It is. It's fantastic. It's especially for me when I'm doing loads of different techniques. I've got it there because that's my go-to card size. Yeah. I've just got it there. I can just pick it out of the box, do another sound, sort of thing.
And you know, however good your cutter is, or your guillotine, or whatever it is, you're always going to have that slight roughness on the edges. If it's pre-cut, it's just so easy, isn't it? It's just a stash builder, and it's a really, really good one. And you hear, it's like a legend, isn't it? The Pink Frog Super Smooth, it's like a legend. You hear it talked about all over this channel. £16.98 then as your happy hour deal. That's good for this hour, and then it will go back up to £21.98. Right, Simon, over to you. Where are we starting? And thank you, by the way, for the stamper ring demo and everything, because it's always good for someone who's new to kind of go, oh, OK, right, I'm not quite sure if I get that, so it's brilliant to see that. What are you starting with?
So I'm just going to show you quickly how easy it is to go through a stencil. So I'm just starting with our Peace, Hope and Love stencil. I'm just going to pick up some pink and I'm just going to rub it through. Now, my brush is quite dry as I'm doing this. I'm not going in with a wet brush, because if you go in with a wet brush, that's when it tends to bleed underneath. And then I'm just going to pick up some yellow for my son. Where the pink and the yellow meet, you'll start getting the orangey tones and the reddy tones.
Very tropical.
So you might not see it as much at the minute because I've got my stencil over the top, but as when I lift the stencil off, you'll see the colours. And then I'm just going to get a bit of blue. You can see straight away where the blue and the yellow have met there. It's gone green.
Very nice. Is this stencil on the show?
It's not on the show. I think it is on the website, though.
OK, so if you go and shop by brand with Pearlywinks, because it is really gorgeous.
It is a lovely stencil. I know when we did bring this out last year, I think it was.
I bet it flew out, pardon the pun.
Yeah. Quite literally, it did. So I'm doing this onto the Pink Frog watercolour, which is in the bundle. You can buy it separately as well. I'm doing this onto the watercolour one.
Oh, Simon, Ross got confused earlier. The email that came in from Donna earlier, it was Donna, design team Donna.
Oh, Donna
Yes,
Brooks.
who did this sample with the stencil that Simon's using right now.
Yeah.
But Sister Donna has emailed in now. She's saying, loving the show. A massive thank you to everyone for supporting us on our journey. We have a fantastic DT and a lovely, fun and friendly group. Crafting with Pearlywinks is so pleased to be celebrating our 3rd birthday. Also, shout out to... Oh! Did somebody celebrate a bit of a birthday this week? A bit of a milestone, Si?
This week has been really crazy because it was my daughter's birthday on Saturday.
Right.
Then it was my birthday, 40th on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then it was my niece's birthday. Oh no, it was my niece's birthday on the Tuesday, mine on the Wednesday. Then it's my next door neighbour's today. Happy birthday, Maddie. And then tomorrow it's my niece's Chelsea. Happy birthday for tomorrow,
Blimey.
Chelsea.
Lots of cards being made this week, then.
This month has just been manic. It really has for birthdays.
Where are Pearlywinks based, Si?
We're based in Manchester.
OK.
I'm from Manchester. Donna's from Manchester. Donna now lives in Essex.
OK.
But we do have a shop in Manchester as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's only a little shop.
Whereabouts?
In Ratcliffe in Manchester.
Oh, nice. So if you're in the area, look it up. It's called Pearlywinks, I guess.
It's called Pearlywinks, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we've had that for... Well, I got the keys on the 10th of July last year.
Did you?
So it's been like just a year, and then we opened on the 1st of August.
Oh, OK.
So it's
So you have plenty of time to get it ready then.
Yeah, definitely.
So
when I remove the stencil, you can see all the colours have mixed in with one another.
How nice is that? How bright and colourful. It's almost like you feel like a breath of wind, and that could turn into a lovely sort of silk flag. It's beautiful, isn't it? We have to look up that stencil, Ross. Let's go and find it.
So it's called...
We'll go and find it.
Peace, Hope and Love stencil, I think.
Peace, Hope and Love. We'll go and find it. That's so cool.
So that's one. I'm just going to show you.
That's using the BlendZ inks, isn't it?
The EZ BlendZ, yeah.
Yeah.
While it's still quite dry,
yeah.
what I'm going to do is what you don't want to do is when you're going through a stencil, you don't want a wet brush because it'll seep underneath.
Okay.
And the same when you do this sort of technique, what I'm going to do now, which is just an embossing folder that's gone through the die cut machine.
Right.
And I'm just going to lightly go over the top.
And you've got these brushes as well, have you? They're fantastic. Do you do them? The brushes?
Do we do the brushes? Not on here.
Oh, OK.
But we do.
In the shop.
Sorry.
You have to bring some next time.
But then you can see where the blue and the blue and the purple, the blue and the pink are working together.
Yeah.
And you're getting that gradient that goes across. And then the yellow brush is a little bit dry, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit of ink. I'm not pushing dead hard on it, I'm just literally rubbing the brush over. And you can always add more as well. If you're finding that it's not dark enough or bright enough, you can go in.
So that's just
and pop
embossed?
some more on. So that's just a piece of embossed.
And you just like it's completely missed the white areas. Well, no, it hasn't. It's like but it's
slightly, but it picks out.
But it's like a haze, isn't it? It's like almost like it's out of focus, which I love.
So what it's done is where the bits are raised, the brush catches it.
Yeah.
So as the brush catches it, it leaves the ink more around the edges, and it pulls it up.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like when you use gilding wax.
I love that.
And you just go over the top of it.
That's really cool, isn't it? Like it.
So that's really simple. Right, I'll show you just how easy they are to blend with now.
Okay.
So I'm just popping a bit of my blue down. To help press the squeezer. When you first start, I would pop a little bit more ink down just to wet your brush a bit.
Okay.
And then as you go along, it'll hold that in and you won't need as much ink.
Okay. Oh, we found the stencil details out of stock at the moment. Oh, come on, Si, you'll have to get some more to us. Or we'll have to come to the shop. You got some in the shop?
Yeah, we have got some, so we can pop some into stock if you need to. So I'm just popping my yellow down.
Okay, okay. Ross will have a chat with you after this demo, so we'll get that sorted. I think we all need that stencil in our lives as well. It's pretty cool.
I don't think we've got many, to be honest with you, but we have got some. So I've just gone over the blue, the yellow
green.
with the blue.
It's so neon, isn't it?
They are lovely colours that you get from them. If you put, and then I just go back in and drag that down.
See, that effect, you would think, you know, like it's going to take me hours and hours and hours to achieve anything as glorious looking as that, and you've done it in a matter of seconds. Because that could be a nice beach in the foreground, couldn't it? If you turn that.
Yeah, it's really nice. I've not brought my sample with me, what I've done, but I've done a sunrise with the yellow and pink, and then just going out into the blue, and it looked really nice.
Yeah.
And then you can just soften that by just adding a little bit more ink and lift your pressure as you're doing it.
Okay.
If you lift your pressure, it's not going to drag the card as much.
So it's a real true blend, isn't it? Because you can't see now. You're starting to blur out the seam between one colour and another.
And what I would do as well is I'd always use a catcher sheet. So those A5 one's perfect for the A6. So then you can cut this out and use it as a frame in a mixed media project or something like that. Now what you can do with that.
Oh, here it comes.
Here comes the sparkle. So this is the glitter pearl.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spray that. In fact, I'm going to put my catcher sheet back.
It's in your bundle. Don't forget that you can buy it individually at the bottom of the screen there.
Turned it off.
You definitely need the bundle.
If you squeeze it slowly, you'll get the splodges.
Yes.
If you squeeze it fast like that, you'll still get a few of the splodges.
Yeah.
But it'll be more of a mist, so you can see that that's working away there on the card, and it's pulling some out. So what you can do is you can either go in with another sheet of card.
Okay, right, yeah.
And that'll pull some of the colour onto that. So there's the start of another project.
Yeah.
And then it's just full bleached.
Oh, see, now you've turned it into almost like a night sky or a outer spacescape there.
I'm trying to get this. I don't know if it's getting the sparkle on that.
Yeah, just forward a little bit, Simon. If you there we go, perfect.
And as that dries as well, the sparkle will show more.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of intensifies as time goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And let me show you one that would have been done a fair while ago. In fact, this one was done by lovely Hazel Eaton.
Yes.
And look at this one. Look at that.
I think she's used the pearl mist on that one, or possibly the diamond.
Fantastic. Oh, yes, I think it is actually, isn't it? Yes. Well, it's the same principle, isn't it, in terms of its, you know, it ages well, like a fine wine.
Yeah.
Right, now, I'm going to let you reset, because I know Ross wants to have a quick chat with you, and I want to chat to you about this amazing bundle as well. This is stunning, and sorry, I've got to start by doing this, because I adore these. I think they're absolutely brilliant. So, in your bundle, and remember, your bundle is celebrating 3 years of Pearlywinks here with us at the craft store, formerly Hochanda. And you get the free gift with this as well. But let's talk through the bundle, because there's so much going on here. We'll start off with your cardstock. It's Pink Frog cardstock. It's really, really good. You get 7 different colours and 10 sheets of each there, which is really good. And it's 15 by 30. So when it's scored in the middle, it makes you a brilliant 15 by 15 card, which is brilliant. Then you've got your 2 sprays in super, super size as well. Now, you see that the glitter pearl spray individually is at the bottom of the screen there at $16.99. You're actually getting this one, and you are getting the pearls. So you're getting the glitter pearl spray and the pearl spray. So you just give them a little shake to wake them, and then let's have a little look. Just watch them move. I mean, that's how super concentrated. You see how much glitter is in that spray. What you'll notice about these as well is when you do shake them before you start using them, is that they settle really quite quickly, and that's a good thing because that means that they are super concentrated. So the glitter and whatever the pearl element is dropping nice and quickly, and that means it is very rich, and that means the effects that you get on your cards are better and longer lasting as well. So the two giant bottles. You also, in this bundle, get those fabulous inks that Simon was just showing us there, the EZ Blend inks, with a guide on the bottle as to the kind of colours you can blend together to make. I don't want to say a third colour because it's far more than 3. It's many more. You've also got your VersaFine Clair ink pad included in this as well, which is really good, which is the absolute go-to for stamping. You've also got the other cards here, the black and white card here, which is brilliant. And they are fantastic for the stamper ring as well, for stamping out those sort of formations. But they're also great for mats and layers as well. They are included in your bundle. Plus these 2 amazing stamp sets. You've got the fabulous dragonflies in 2 different scales as well. You've got a larger one, and there is, well, actually 3. Isn't it? Sorry, let me lift that up because you're missing a bit there. There you go. So it's 3. You've got one in silhouette there, and sort of a medium size, and then you've got the larger one, and lots of other stamps there, and lots of sentiments and embellishments, and then another A6 stamp set full of celebratory. It has to be celebratory, doesn't it? Stamps as well, all included in your bundle there with a £10 saving on 2 flexes as well. And let's not forget, everyone buying a Pearlywinks product in this show will also get the free gift as well, which is the Summer Drops glitter, which is brilliant. And that is one per customer as a free gift because we are celebrating Pearlywinks' 3rd anniversary. Right, OK, let's go. We found the stencil. Here it is. We've got it. We only have a very small amount of stock, though. So if you love this Peace, Hope and Love stencil, here are the details. We've got it added to the show as well. How dynamic of us. Fabulous. Back in stock, but it's only a small stock. 631476. It's a big stencil, that one as well. It's lovely. With that big sentiment, believe in your dreams and follow your heart. Also massively popular is the stamper ring in this show. 70% of the stock has sold out and gone on that. It's a really good idea. I thought it was a stencil. It can be a stencil. It can be a mask, but it can also be a way of getting the most amazing, very neat formations of a ring of your favourite stamps. It's really cool. 977791 is the item number at £12.99. The paintbrush set, no! It's sold out, the paintbrush set, but we have some more stock on extended delivery. So that will go out for you on the 26th. Ross is just deciding when you're sending it out, right? He's working out on the calendar when it can go. On the 26th, sooner if we can. £24.99. Do grab that because it's really good set, actually. I have to say that I have a little eye on that myself, to be honest. 032127 is your item number. It's a very busy show. I know we have a lot. The Pearlywinks family are a very popular family, and this is a very popular show. So everything is going left, right and centre right now. Right, OK. Si, back to you. What are we doing next?
Right. So all I've done on this one, I've just done a bit of an ombre effect going from all the different colours. You can see the colours mixing here, so you've got your greens, your purples and your oranges in between as well. I've used my fan brush, and all I've done is I've just literally...
Is this just water?
Just water.
OK. Sorry, can I be nosy, just because we've never met before and I am the nosiest beggar there is here. What got you into crafting?
It was my mum. My mum's always crafted since we were younger.
Card making?
It was mainly, to begin with, she used to do, like, make things out of material like teddy bears and things like that.
OK, right.
So she used to do that, and then she got into card crafting, flower arranging. She's done absolutely everything in craft.
So it was all around you, and
we were brought up with crafting, so we used to craft with mum, and Grandad was a crafter, Dad does wood turning, so the whole family does something craft. orientated. So we just followed in Mum's footsteps, really.
And so you understand completely just how beneficial crafting is for escapism as well. Just like it is just like having fun. It's like it's really innocent as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it just helps so much, especially over like the last couple of months.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Where we've all been in and what can we do, sort of thing.
Yeah.
My partner suffers from mental health issues,
yeah.
and it's just been been a godsend. It's been like a go-to thing to sort of like just calm down and it's
absolutely. And everyone finds their thing. You know, I can't say that the crafting is therapeutic. I can't hold that in my hand as a fact. But I think you know, you've seen just by watching the channel just how much enjoyment people do get from just focusing on something that might not be their troubles, their worries, what's going on in the world or whatever. It's just a really, really lovely sort of diversion from that. And of course, you get the pleasure of making it, which is a nice journey, and then the pleasure of giving that to someone and the joy they get from it as well. I think that's sometimes as satisfying, isn't it? To make a card for someone and then see their joy at you, you know, sort of giving them something that they can't just go to the high street and buy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It definitely does help. So I've done my faux bleaching on it.
Yes.
Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to put another layer on. And what you'll see is these, where I've just done the faux bleaching, that goes to the back.
Ah.
So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit of depth to a little bit of depth to it. Now, and then I'm going to go back in. So those ones have gone into the background, and then when I add more water, it's going to create another layer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have to say, you managed to keep some of the cleanest hands I've seen on this channel, considering that all of your crafting is quite inky crafting. How do you do that?
Everyone always, on social media, everyone takes the mickey out of me because I can't stand like glue or anything on my hands. And
okay, right.
And then everyone's like, when I get my hands a bit dirty, they're all like, "Haha, you've got your hands dirty."
Yeah.
So that's just another technique where it creates depth. So you've got the layer behind, which is, and you can build that up so you can get multiple layers, and it just adds depth to your project. So I'm going to quickly move on. I'm going to use the stamps.
Okay.
All I've got here, I've just got some Pink Frog Masket across one of my almost 5x5s, and then I've got some builder's tape.
Oh, okay. Builder's tape.
Builder's tape.
So that's like a...
So I'm using this as a stencil.
Is that like a grid then?
Yeah.
So the ink's going in between the weave?
It's what they use for when they do plastering and they put two things together. It's a joining tape.
Oh, to hide the join, right, okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm going to pop some yellow in.
When did you discover how to incorporate that into your crafting?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, right.
She literally goes around the house. When she says it, she's not joking. She literally goes around the house. Any vegetables, anything like that, she'll...
Right. Get it into the crafting somehow.
And then when you remove the builder's tape, you've got the crisscross pattern.
And then when you move... a football net, doesn't it? Like a goal net.
When you move the masket, you've got a perfect...
straight line.
Straight line. The masket's fantastic. So then I'm going to get my stamps.
Oh, the stencil, the Peace, Hope and Love. Well done, everyone. Sold out now. Congratulations. Well done. You did well. You did well. We didn't have too many of those, and maybe
it is a lovely, lovely stencil.
Yeah, it is actually.
And then I'm just going to pop one of these in here.
That's from the stamp set in the bundle.
So this is the Be Bold stamp set. And these stamps are, I think it's 3mm etched. So they're nice and deep, so you get a lovely crisp image.
You know, that's exactly the same kind of colours as well that a real dragonfly would be attracted to. They do like colour, and they are very colourful themselves. So you've got real artistic licence when you're actually colouring the wings there as well, haven't you?
So, just going to back that onto a piece of black. Now, I know we're not supposed to say we have favourites, but this is
go on, be a
my
devil.
favourite glue. It's the Pink Frog EVA, and the applicator's
the applicator's brilliant, isn't it? Because I've seen one with fine tip applicators before, but they've not quite been long enough. And if you're not too steady with your hands, or you've got a very, very intricate die that you wanna get right round, and sometimes under stuff, then having that longer end is brilliant. So that's a Pink Frog, isn't it?
Yeah, and it just dries so quick. I know whenever you have it on, it just flies out.
Yeah, yeah.
It really does.
You'll find that on that. Well, hopefully find that on the website if you shop by brand with Pink Frog.
Completed, and I've just used some of the blue card just for the background there. And it was just really quick, really easy. I literally did everything in front of you then, so you can see just how easy they are to use.
It's awesome. I think this bundle is brilliant. I mean, if you're like me and you're playing catch up and you're maybe meeting Pearlywinks for the first time, and you thought, oh, now if I've not been part of the party so far, I'm probably, I can't join at this stage. This bundle is an absolutely brilliant sort of gateway in, really, isn't it, Si?
Yeah. It's a brilliant bundle, and it's literally got everything, so you can just do these sort of things straight from the box.
I love it. It's brilliant. Now, we've only got 5 minutes, so I'm just going to do a quick recap on the bundle, because it has been so busy. I'm not surprised. How much? 60% of the entire bundle stock sold out and gone. It has been a really busy hour. So if you haven't checked out your basket on this, I would do it pretty quick sticks, to be honest with you. You've got your 15 by 30 cards, Pink Frog cards, 7 different colours, 10 sheets of each. You've got the massive pearl spray, and also the pearl glitter pearl spray as well, which is brilliant. You've got the 4 EZ Blend inks and the Versifying Clair. You've got the 2 fabulous stamp sets, the Dragonflies and the Sentiment set. You've got the black and white cards there, which work brilliantly as mats and layers, but they work really nicely if you manage to get the stamper ring as well. So you get all of that, plus your free gift as well. Let's not forget that as well, because we're celebrating. We don't need much of an excuse for a free gift here, do we, on this channel? I love it. So this is your Shimmer Drops glitter. So there's 1 per customer, free for everyone that's shopping on the Pearlywinks items in this show, which is wonderful. All of that for £94.91, saving £10. And you can break it down into 2 flexes as well. It's really good. 85% of the stock has now gone. It's now gone limited stock. My word, it's moving very quickly as well. It is going. So literally... Oh, stop saying literally, Derek. I'm going to slap myself in a moment, but please be quick. Single-figure stocks now, 705-115. So if you are at the checkout, do check out as quickly as you possibly can, because this is the last chance saloon. Right. We've also got the stamper ring as well. This is so genius. So if you want to create absolute symmetry with a stamp and have those stamps at equal sort of distances from each other, but you want to do it really accurately and simply, then your stamper ring is definitely the way to go. It's absolutely brilliant. If you missed the demonstration at the start of the show, I would urge you to go back on rewind when the show's finished and watch that, because what I thought was not just a stencil, but a stencil is absolutely so much more, and the potential on that is brilliant. And you can use those as masks and stencils as well. Massively popular in the show. 977791 is your item number. £12.99. 85% of the stock. The big bundle has now sold out and gone. Congratulations, well done if you managed to get it. You can get some of the individuals, very limited numbers there. The brush set, sold out once, back on extended, going out on the 26th of July for you. Really nice big selection of brushes there, going from, it was 1 to 15, did you say? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and there's 2 detailing brushes in there as well.
And you've got the fan brush in there as well too, which is brilliant. Plus the sponge, which is great at just using your little palette knife and the palette there. It's a brilliant set, and it all comes in a lovely case that you can zip up and take anywhere. £24.99. Please grab that before it sells out again. And then we've got our happy hour, which we only gave a quick mention to earlier, but this is really, really good. Take advantage of the saving. 320 of the A6, no, yes, 320 of the A6, 160 of the A5, Pink Frog, super smooth, £16.98 is your price tag for that one. Yes, did I point at them the wrong way round? Sorry, A5, A6. You think I'd know that by now, wouldn't you? 698005 is your item number, but that saving is only good for the next 5 minutes or so. Si, I can give you 2 minutes. What can you give me?
Right. So, you've seen me doing an ombre, a blend. So, I've jumped ahead, I've done a blend already. And this was just the offcut of my blend. So, when I was saying before, don't throw away your catcher sheets, because I can cut that out now, and that then becomes a backing sheet for another piece of card.
Awesome.
So, I've popped that on. I'm going to show you. I've just popped a bit of the grey down on my mat, and I've just got one of these foam tools, and I'm just going to pop it onto my wording. Just make sure I've got everything covered there. So you can actually stamp with them as well. I'm just taking the one element.
I'm so in love with these sprays. Sorry, I've gone quiet again. You know what I'm doing? I'm just playing with the sprays again. I just love them. They are just mesmerising.
I'm just taking the heart string, if that's what it's, the heart on a string type thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just stamping them at different levels. Well, those have all gone at the same level, but I'm rushing a bit.
Well, you have to. We're out of time. Completely out of time. When are you back, Si?
We're back in August, mid-August, I think.
Are you bringing Donna back next time?
I think Donna's going to do the next show, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Cool. Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you as well. What a busy, busy show it's been. And I think, actually, let's just take one final look at Alex, if we get a chance, of those two. They are absolutely beautiful. Well done. This has been such a busy show. You can still buy those individually as well. Check out your baskets. You have already.